Hello and welcome back to the allotment. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is a little bit nippy down here, but nonetheless I've got a few things to do. I wanted to get my main crop potatoes in today, and I've also brought down some peas to get planted on my archway. So these are the peas that I started off in the gutter in, and they've been growing away in my greenhouse. As you can see, they're quite a nice size now. So I'm going to try and get these out of this gutter in by pushing them out of one side. And try being the main word there. I'm going to try and do it. I know that Kerry from Dog on the Plot did it really well last year, so that is what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for what she did. This is the bed that it's going to be going in. As you can see, it needs a good weed. Now, I have had a bit of a bad back the last couple of weeks, so I'm really trying to take it easy. So I'm going to get my knee pad and I'm going to try my best to weed this without causing myself any injuries. Okay, so this bed is nice and clear now. It's just got the strawberries around the edge, but I want to put the peas right up against this archway. Now, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to dig down a little bit, sort of a little trench, and then see if I can slide those peas out. So as you could just see, I couldn't push the peas out because the guttering was just too long and it was just folding up. So what I did, I just sort of pushed it from the sides and pulled the guttering out, and actually it's worked really well. So I'm actually really pleased with that. I'll get these watered in a little bit later before I go, and I'll get some string and connect the peas to the netting just to get them going, but hopefully they will grow up this netting here just at the back of this bed. So I've got the strawberries at the front of this bed and then the peas at the back. So there's quite a lot of weeding to do on the wood chip paths here. If I just turn around and just show you here, there's quite a lot of grass growing up through there, but I have got quite a bad back at the moment, so I don't really want to tackle that at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just aim to get my potatoes planted, and I've actually got some carrots as well to transplant into the raised beds, the raised containers, should I say, in the fruit cage. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try not to tackle the weeds at all, because I just have a feeling that if I do that, it's not going to end well. So the first potatoes I'm going to be planting today are they're all main crop today. My second earlies and first earlies are in buckets at home next to my greenhouse. I'm just doing my main crop down at the plot. So I've got Sapo Una, I've got them right next to me. So these are a red skin potato, main crop. Like I say, I've got the bed at the back of the plot near the polytunnel. Now, I did plant some asparagus in here, but as you can see, only one asparagus has come up, this one here. And I don't think many of them came up last year, actually. I think maybe 2 came up last year. So what I'm going to do, I have got space in my asparagus bed up here, right in this corner. I'm actually going to transplant this one into the asparagus bed. Now, I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I don't really want to keep this bed free just for one asparagus plant. So it's going to take its chances, and I'm going to plant it up there with the other ones. So as you can see, as I've taken that out, I have literally taken all of the roots up and all of the soil is still connected. So I'm going to plant that exactly like it is down in the other bed. So I'm going to carry it down with me. And then this one corner here never had any asparagus in it. Never came up. Actually, let me show you, before I plant that one, let me show you the asparagus that has been coming up. You should be able to see how amazing and huge the asparagus is that I have been getting. Amazing. I've actually just harvested some of this a few days ago, so this is the latest one to come up. That's much better because now I actually have 6 crowns in this one bed and I can plant some potatoes in this one. So what I think I'm going to do is plant Sarpa Una in here, Sarpo Mira in here, and then I've just got the King Edwards to worry about. That's the Sarpo Unas done. I've just labelled them. I'm now just going to do the Sarpo Mirrors in the bed right next to me. So this bed behind me that I've just planted those potatoes in was a new bed that we just put cardboard down and a really thin layer of compost. So we had some bags of compost that Vince dropped down a couple of weeks ago, and I've just opened it up and I actually put the potatoes down on top of the compost that was already there, and then I just emptied that out on top of it. Now my back is actually really starting to hurt, and this is what we do, isn't it? We say we're not going to do too much and then we get carried away. So that no more heavy lifting for me, because I can feel that I've already done too much. But I'm really pleased with that. Both of these beds are now filled with potatoes. I need to think about my King Edwards now and where they're going to go. So in this one I've got peas and strawberries. I was going to do courgettes in the middle there. This is asparagus. I've got broad beans and peas. Now over here I can see that some potatoes are starting to come up. They must have been from last year because I haven't planted any. So I'm just going to leave them and see what comes of them. A little bit of weeding that needs to be done in here as well. Just gets, honestly, I haven't been for a couple of weeks, you know, and been on top of things because of my back and the Easter holidays, and things have really taken off. I mean, my peas are looking fantastic, so are my broad beans. It's not too bad. I just need to really think about where I want to put these other ones, but I don't know how much space I'm going to have everywhere else, to be honest with you. I don't know whether to do the rest of the main crop, the King Edwards, in containers. I have got quite a few spare containers at home that I could potentially use. So what I might do is pause the potato plant in for the moment, see what I've got at home, and see what I can plant from what I've already got. I think that's probably what I'm going to do bucket wise, because I've got things like old water tanks and just old buckets, you know, that you can get from B&Q and places like that, you know, like hardware stores. So I might actually just make the most of them, because I don't think I've got any room otherwise. I won't be able to plant out like my brassicas and things like that if I fill every single bed with potatoes. Apart from that, my rhubarb's doing really well. All my strawberries are starting to flower. One thing I do need to do is weed my onion bed. So let me just show you that now. So it is covered, but you can see through the netting that there's loads of weeds. So I think what I'm going to do is take this netting off, this cover, and give it a good weed. That looks so much better. I am going to put the top of this back on that now. I have to say I am at my limit now with my back. So I'm going to stop now. I'm not going to even attempt to do the carrots. I'm going to call it a day for today, but I'm really pleased with what I've done. I've done the peas, I've done a little bit of weeding, I've sorted the potatoes, sort of a plan. I've planted 2 lots, I've just got the other lot I need to work out if I can plant in containers, and I've weeded the onions. I'm pleased with that, considering how I thought I wouldn't be able to do as much as I've done. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you again soon.